All right, everybody. Good morning. Happy Sunday. It is October 5th, 2025. Now, some of you already know that over on the other side of the Freedom Pond, the wrong side of the Freedom Pond, there's already Week 5 action going underway, but we got a main slate of games lined up for you. Today, we're going to be talking about, one team in particular, the only game we really care about, and that is our Detroit Lions and Cincinnati Bengals. Though we probably going to make a couple of bets, a little bankroll management on some of the early games. Today, we'll firstly be covering over at USA Today NFL best bets for Week 5 with expert predictions, player props for Sunday. Why am I looking at this, you say? Well, if we'd have listened to them, we would have made a couple of dollar dues on the Thursday night game. So we're going to see what USA Today has for us. A couple of spots we can look to maybe make a couple of bucks, maybe make you a couple dollar dues, and put a couple of crisp dollars in my billfold. Then we're going to be talking about our Detroit Lions. A little news before the game. Detroit Lions get unfortunate news about left tackle Taylor Decker. Detroit Lions offensive lineman downgraded against the Bengals. Just some news that does coincide with the poll. Mad Hatter Nation, if you're here watching this live, there's a poll put up for you. If Decker is out, does our guy Giovanni Manu, does he get the nod? Or are we going to go with maybe rolling Penne over to the left tackle? Or is Deck going to start, maybe not finish? Go ahead and drop what you think down in the poll. Let me know what you guys are feeling on that one. Then we're going to look at SI.com Week 5 best bets for the Cincinnati and Detroit Lions. Some things we can look at before heading on over to DraftKings, where we will be making some parlays. We're monitoring my 5-leg parlay put out on the Cleveland Browns. Dylan Gabriel getting his first start over in London against the Minnesota Queens. And right now, looks like the Brown Eyes are up on Minnesota. You see here my five-leg parlay. The Browns to win. Quinshon Judkins to score a touchdown. Carson Wentz to throw an interception. Myles Garrett to finally get a sack after going sackless against our Detroit Lions last week. And then Quinshon Judkins to have over 92 productive offensive yards. That's something that we can take a look at, keep an eye on throughout the beginning of the show. Good morning, Mad Hatter Nation. How you doing, Mr. Detroit City? My mom's here. That's awesome. Brent DeWitt. Yep, dude, looks like Decker has been downgraded to doubtful. Not necessarily a good thing on the whole, but luckily we got Preparation H, and that feels good on the whole. So there is an avenue, thought exercise we can do with this. Let's just say, thank goodness it's Cincinnati and not Tampa this week. Tracy, how you doing? Good morning. Derek, what up, dude? Good to see you. Hopefully you're having a good start to your Sunday morning, brother. Eating pancakes and watching football out on the West Coast. But at least you're here to hang out with us, dude, and I really, really appreciate it. Guys, if you could do me a favor, if you could do a solid, walk on over to that like button. Slap that like button on your way down to the share where you can share this video around with all your friends. We can continue to grow the channel, climbing towards that 750 subscriber mark. We'll get there, hopefully sooner rather than later, but I appreciate all of you guys sharing this. Copy it down on your clipboard. You don't really have to share it around with all your friends. You can circumvent the algorithmic gods by just cheating the system a little bit. And then obviously, if you're new here, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. Know that we go live Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. here at youtube.com, as well as pregame shows where we like to make a couple dollar dues. Guys, and now that that's out of the way, I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and dive into the show.
If you can say the word good, guess what? It means you're still alive. It means you're still breathing. And if you're still breathing, well, then hell, you still got some fight left in you. So get up, dust off, reload, recalibrate, re-engage, and go out on the attack.
All right, guys, now that we are into it, let's go. NFL best bets for Week 5, USA Today. What do you have for us, USA Today? Well, we've hit the 1-month mark of the 2025 NFL season. That means Week 5 has arrived, as do bye weeks. The Falcons, the Bears, the Packers, and the Steelers are the first teams on bye in 2025, but that isn't slowing them down. No. There are 12 games slate for Sunday, including early kickoffs in London, and NFL experts narrow down the best NFL bets in one place below. Let's take a look. What do they have for us? Jets running back Breece Hall over 67.5 rushing yards versus the Cowgirls. NFL writer Ariane Ostley. Hall's been boomer bust so far this season. Out of the backfield for the Jets, he had 145 yards on 21 touches in Week 1, then followed it with 38 on 12 in Week 2 and 52 on 13 in Week 3. Last week, he bounced back with 111 on 19 touches against Miami, and it looks like he's kind of be the lone back, last guy, the only guy, workhorse mode engaged. Dolphins have the league's third lowest run defense by expected points added per rush per Summit Sports. New York's offensive line can create room for Hall and others to maximize when facing lesser run defenses, and that's exactly what they have on deck with Dallas. The Cowboys just gave up 146 rushing yards to the Packers in Week 4, and the Packers were operating without multiple starting offensive linemen. New York's offensive line is healthy. Hall will likely get a huge share of the touches with Braylon Allen on IR for at least the next 4 weeks. Look for Hall to find a lot of success against Dallas's defense on Sunday. I think we're going to go ahead and attack that game a little bit because Dallas has a pretty volatile offense. And if we can go ahead and parlay that on with a little Breece Hall, I kind of like that production yardage wise. And you know, guys, what are we how are we feeling? How are we feeling about it all the time? Aaron Glenn's got to get that first W eventually. And why not get it against the Dallas Cowgirls? Gonna ignore right here the Jordan Mason. That game is already underway. We will take a look here, see how my parlay is doing. Has anything moved? Is that game out of halftime yet? Have we moved on to the third quarter? Really hoping for Carson Wentz to throw an interception. And looking for Myles Garrett to start to do some things and some stuff some things. Still looking to get that game back on track, though. Let's go ahead and get back into the article here. So we're going to go ahead and avoid this talking point right here. Oh, here you go. Now, Gibbs keeps popping. He keeps popping. All right, this is not only national article, but the local article we're going to read about our best bets. Jahmyr Gibbs keeps popping with this over 76.5 rushing yards versus the Bengals. I like it. I like it a lot, right? However, Carson Wentz is injured, and the Vikings are going to the third-string QB. Well, fuck my parlay, huh? Great. Thanks, Detroit Sports Talk. Morning, dude. How you doing, brother? Good to see you. All right, so I have been seeing this Jahmyr Gibbs over 76 rushing yards on everybody's docket. Obviously, he is Jahmyr Gibbs. He is very, very good. He is 1B of the 2 best running backs in the league, in my very humble opinion. Okay. But if everybody's going to be on that, now this isn't some type of daily fantasy leverage. However, if you're playing DFS lineups, leverage David Montgomery. I think David Montgomery is actually going to be the moneymaker for us today, though we will build a parlay or two. That involves Jahmyr Gibbs, although we Hat and Beard Show, Grandma Studio One, we really like that narrative of him returning to Cincinnati, his hometown, getting to play in front of his sister for the first time since she became a quadriplegic from a horrible car accident. So although I do like this a lot, it's just personally we're going to kind of fade the chalk, as they say in DFS. But Jack McKessie, over NFL writer, Gibbs put up his second game with more than 90 rushing yards in Week 4. Importantly, he did it against a Browns team that, according to Mr. Kamanecker, has generally fared far better against opponents' running backs than the average team. I have a 6th grade reading level. In Week 5, Gibbs takes on a battered Bengals team that has been one of the worst in the NFL at defending against the run. They're allowing an average of 4.7 yards per carry to opposing running backs and a success rate of 45.1 on rushing plays, both ranking among the worst in the league. And I just had a total brilliant idea. I cannot wait to get into our parlay bet. Oh, Brent DeWitt. Thanks, brother. Brent DeWitt, making my morning good. Carson Wentz is back in the game. He looks like Andy Dalton's retarded little brother. Over here, we also got the Buccaneers, Rachaad White, over 22.5 receiving yards. At the Seabags, Nick. Dude, why do you guys got to make your last name so hard? For what like, all right. Arion Ostley, Jacob Kamenecker, Jack McAsee. That one's not so bad. But Nick Brinkenhoff, Nick Brinken her off? Really? That's your that Brinken her off? All right, Nick Brinken her off. You know me, dude. Me and the old lady gonna brinking her off later. You know what I'm saying? The squad has been riding the struggle bus through the opening month, but yours truly is batting .500 through the first 4 weeks, which easily gets you into the Hall of Fame because he's been brinking her off. Hunter Henry entered the circle of trust after week 4 showing, but we're hoping to add Mr. White to the top of that group in week 5. Oh man, what about Mr. Pink or Mr. Yellow? Bucky, quack, quack, Bucky the Ducky Irving has been ruled out with a foot injury, allowing White to reclaim his old starting job against the Seabags in Seattle. It comes with a brutal matchup on the ground, but things look much more promising through the air. The Seabags are allowing the most receptions, 7.25, and receiving yards, 66.5 per game to opposing running backs. They are playing in the NFC West, and let's be real, Christian McCaffrey is going to skew those numbers with 2 matchups a year. Even better for us, the Seabags play zone coverage 78.1% of the time, the 8th highest rate in the league per PFF. Against zone, Bucky, Quack Quack, Ducky Irving, and Zamir White have been targeted 20 times and hauled in all of them for a total of, Rachaad White, for a total of 112 yards. White already beat this number in week 4 and averaged 28.5 receiving yards per game in each of his 2 seasons as the starter. We might have found our gem for the Sunday in the, quote, Emerald City. And then another just kind of something we can look at is Tet McMillan to score a touchdown. Basically, just kind of shitting in one hand and wishing in the other, saying somebody in Carolina's got to score a touchdown, right? It's got to be somebody, so why not Tet McMillan? Not going to hold our breath in that one. Just going to kind of hold shit in one hand and wish in the other and see which one fills up faster over there. All right. I'm so glad to see that. I'm not going to lie, Brent, do it. That Wentz back in thing is actually making me a very, very happy camper over here on a Sunday morning. Really hoping that I legit, I know this is weird, but like I woke up this morning and the sun was gone, right? I turned on some music to start my day, and I asked myself, I heard myself a familiar sound. I closed my eyes and it slipped away. But I woke up this morning, and I just, for some reason, the first thought I had was Quinshawn Judkins. So I was like, I'm going to build a parlay. I was taking a shit right out the rip this morning. I built me this little parlay around Quinshawn Judkins. I think they can do it. I think the Brown Eyes can do it. But their defense is going to need to pick up some arms here to get me those legs of the parlay. You know what I'm saying? Touchdown Mason, Vikings 14-10. Balls. Hello, everyone. Brandy, how you doing, sister? How you doing? Welcome to that and back to that and Beard Show. Good to see ya. No pancakes this morning in the gym lifting, Derek. Dude, got to get them curls in for the girls. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know. Oh, she knows what's coming. Oh, brother, you got to get in there and you got to get them curls, Oh, you got to get them curls in there for the girls, brother. You know what I'm saying? Glad to see everybody here hanging out. Brent, appreciate the updates, dude. I can't keep my eye on the game, so actually I really do appreciate you just keeping us up to date. My wife may have something to say about that. Curls for the old lady, dude. I don't know, man. Deadlifts for the old lady. Bench press for the broad... bench presses for the ball and chain. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Bench presses for the ball and chain. Let's giggity go. Let's talk about Taylor Decker. Boys and girls, talking about the poll, talking about you, talking about me. Want to talk about you. Want to talk about I. Want to talk about number one. Oh, my. Oh, we're having a good time this morning, guys. Can you tell that the eclairs kicking in? We're getting a little sugar high. over here, I'm turning into a fucking 12-year-old. Somehow I'm simultaneously 60 and 6 at the same time. So I do have a poll up here. Ties into what the story we're about to read here. If Taylor Decker, old T-Deck, is out, does our guy, Giovanni Manu, get the nod at left tackle? No. Obviously, he's been active. We've seen him in a couple of games, couple of drives there, couple of finishing the, as we like to say, finishing the game behind the 8 ball, rolling Kyle Allen in the backups out, getting some snaps, some reps, some in-game reps for our guys. Now, if Taylor Decker is for what? Oh, what's up, Chase? Quick Sunday Sunday pop-in. I was like, quick Sunday poopin'. Quick Sunday poppin'. Hope the Mad Hatters are ready to feast on some tiger blood. My brother, I got tiger blood in my veins. I just can't stop winning all the time. Winning! You know what I'm saying? I got there's that tiger blood. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah. We ready. We also fucking ready. Let's go. So the poll, you guys, looks like everybody's leaning into let the big boy ball. If Decker can't go, or if he's on a pitch count, or if he comes out, just something ain't fucking right, there is no reason why we should limit or overexpose him and further limit his return to full health, especially when we got a guy like Giovanni Manu, been playing valuable snaps here or there. Why not give him a crack? Or do we do the thing and just shut Decker down right out the rip, roll Penne over, and plug in question mark at the right tackle spot? I personally am in the Giovanni Manu boat. Why not? Why not this game? Why not against the Bengals, right? This is a game that we should be able to win. This is a game that we should be able to wrap up relatively quickly, be able to take care of business. I'm not saying it's a wash. That's how you fall right into a trap. Boys and girls, that's how you fall right into a trap. But we're not falling into that trap. We are trying to temper our expectations while also benefiting our players' development. Why not let Giovanni Manu have a crack at it? Let him see what you got. He could be the future of the left tackle spot, right? This could be a landmark game for him, a landmark game for the future of the franchise. I personally like it. But why are we talking about that? Because Detroit Lions get unfortunate news about left tackle Taylor Decker. Detroit Lions offensive lineman downgraded against the Bengals. The Detroit Lions have reportedly downgraded left tackle Taylor Decker ahead of the Week 5 contest against the Cincinnati Bengals, according to multiple reports. Decker has been forced to miss a significant amount of practice time due to the lingering effects of a shoulder injury he had off-season surgery on. Offense coordinator Johnny Moe was asked this week what that makes of the situation for the former Ohio State Buckeye, which he's been dealing with since to start with the 2025 season. Again, it's about the team, and he prepares to get ready. It's a good thing that he's a veteran. He's seen a lot of stuff. He's got to do a lot of film study to be ready for the game, said Morton. So I think it gives everybody confidence when you know he's ready or going to be ready on game day. This week, the team made the decision to elevate offensive lineman Devin Cochran from the practice squad. Penei Sewell could move to left tackle for the first time this season. Decker admitted he has had a tough time dealing with this to do with his strong desire to play. He credited the team's medical personnel department for managing the injury in the best way possible. Quote, when you have to do stuff over and over by yourself, it's just like, so boring because you're so used to being part of a team and doing it with your guys. But I'm in all the meetings. I'm in all the walkthroughs. I do my running stuff and that I need to do. And I'm out at practice, watching practice, Decker told reporters. And then for me, if I get to be out there on game day, I know that's coming every week. Detroit, Jared Goff credited left tackle for keeping him clean the past few weeks. Detroit has not allowed a sack the past 3 games. He's been so dang good. Yeah, he really has been. Him battling through what he's been dealing with has been awesome to watch him go through. Not awesome to see him go through it, but awesome to see him fight through it. I guess he's been doing great. He's been playing well, and he's been doing good. Decker noted he feels he could be playing better if he was healthy. I do think I'm playing well, but the frustrating thing for me is I think I could play better if I felt better. The thing is, that's the thing. I think the performance may have been pretty good. But for me, the frustrating thing is I have my own personal standards, and when you're not 100%, it's hard to meet those, which is frustrating. So what do you guys think? We got any new news on Taylor Decker? We got any new news? Taylor Decker. Just a bunch of downgraded still. We probably won't get any more news until closer to game day or game time. Detroit Football Network saying Giovanni Manu is first in line to start if Decker's ruled out. Kind of plays into our poll question there. My mom says the Lions Nation has a strong presence on the road. One of my favorite things is Lions in prime time on the road. When we win, the post-game interviews are so great because it's like a good 300-400 people of just blue just chanting, and they chant so loud that it drowns out Scott Van Pelt. It's one of my favorite things, guys. One of my favorite things. So how we doing on the Cleveland game? Minnesota's up 14-10 last I checked. How we doing? Stats. Squibbity do. Hell yeah. Judkins hit his over on the yards. That's what we like to see. Now if Judkins could just squeeze out that tuggaroo. Man. I don't know if we're going to get there, boys. That's a big ask, but these are all fourth quarter things right here. Right here. These are all narrative moves. Myles Garrett gets a sack. Wentz throws a game-changing turnover in the fourth quarter, and Judkins scores the game-winning touchdown. It's not impossible. The narrative is there. That'd be a good way to start our week. A nice little bankroll management game. That'd be so nice for us to get in the victory. Let's go ahead and play a little. Is that too loud? Is that too loud, y'all?
Computers now have primary control of critical vehicles.
All right, guys, let's take a look at best bets for the game, week 5. I'm going to pull these up, just keep them in mind. So, now, I don't generally like to build parlays with the opposing team's guys on it, right? One, I feel like it's kind of some bad juju to put out on there. And two, I don't know their teams the way that I know the Lions. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what they try and do. I don't really care. Not too loud? All right, cool. But you can hear it. You can hear the music. That'd be what's up if it actually got it working. And then watch tonight, like while I'm fucking watching the game, OBS will update or some shit like that. Just fuck me. So I might throw this on here just because those are two nice little legs that I do think are attainable, right? We have seen dump off passes for players or opponents for the Lions go to the running backs pretty regularly. So I do think the 2.5 catches isn't necessarily bad. 15.5 yards, though, not necessarily aggressive. I'm not entirely against these two legs right here, but I'm not really big on building my parlay with opposing teams. We might do it just to build like a super mega parlay, just to see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Just to play some fuckery-do. But we'll not necessarily hang our hat on that right there. What we will be looking at though is Sam Laporta +4 alternate catches and David Montgomery +40 rushing yards. Sign me up +130. Yeah, we're going to be go ahead and smashing David Montgomery +40 yards. I think he hits 50 relatively easily. And we might build a silly, goofy parlay of touchdowns, a touchdown mega leg, because I'm thinking we might do Monty 2 touchdowns, Gibbs a touchdown, and even throw on a Jacob Sailors touchdown. How are we feeling about that? Seeing the backups in. Maybe even Sailors could return a kickoff. But I do like the idea of Jacob Sailors getting a little bit of work at the back end of the game and maybe even being able to punch one in. The odds would just be kind of astronomical. So, but right here, we like that Sam Laporta fuss +4 catches. Sam Laporta has been pretty quietly having a very productive season. Not big numbers, but he's always just kind of there. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I think we're all kind of leaning heavy on a JMO breakout game. Expect him to go at least get deep a couple of times, and that's what we're going to be building. And then David Montgomery, Amon-Ra, couple of, and we're gonna fade right here too because I don't like doing first half. We're gonna fade this right here because I don't like doing first half legs. It's too heartbreaking or too stressful. But I do like the Amon-Ra St. Brown plus 50 yards and David Montgomery anytime touchdown. Right here, St. Brown has surpassed 50 yards in 3 straight games and 7 of 8 dating back to last season. So I do like that a lot. We're going to go ahead and build around that one as well. So that to be said, how do you guys feel now? How are we feeling about... Oh, you're good, Mr. Detroit City. No worries, brother. People be busy on a Sunday morning, dude. People be busy on a Sunday morning. It's all good. We are going to get into building parlays now here, guys. So if you haven't already, would you kindly walk on over to that subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Ring that notification bell so you can be notified every time we go live Monday through Friday. Monday through Friday, and then obviously every day that there's a game, every Lions game, we try and go live pregame to build ourselves a little parlay here. Who got the touchdown? Who got the Browns touchdown? Not Judkins. Great. Fuck. I only say that because it's in the 4th quarter, and I can see the narrative already slipping away. These two right here are going to be too hard to crush. One of these might be attainable. One of these 2 defensive legs that I need might be attainable. Myles Garrett probably more attainable than the Wentz interception. But with Judkins not scoring right there, I now need him to score, and I need Judkins. There's a lot I need. There's a lot that I'm going to need here to have happen. Monty's got in a bad accident a year and a half ago. This is Monty's game. Yep, dude, that's exactly it, Mr. Detroit City. We were talking about that earlier, dude. Is David Montgomery. Everyone's pretty high on Jahmyr Gibbs because of the regular production. But if we kind of fade that, I think we can make a couple more dollary dues on David Montgomery. Sorry, it was just a little too loud in my ear, so I had to kind of tweak that a little bit. So let's go ahead and take a look over here to DraftKings. Since our Browns game's going sideways, gonna go ahead and opt in. We're just gonna go ahead and grab our boosts real quick here, guys. All of our incentives to waste our hard-earned money and hand it over to mega corporations that for some reason seem to need my money more than I do because I'm stupid. Looks like there's not much left over that I want to be grabbing. All right, cool. So here we go. We're looking at the Jets Cowboys first because I actually liked. Who do we like in this game, guys? Who do we like in the Jets? Actually, you know what? Let's do this. We're just kind of chilling. It's a chill Saturday or Sunday morning. Let's start a quick poll. NYJ or Dal? Jets. Girls. Start poll. All right, guys. There is a new poll up in the chat. It is, yes, Derek. It's the corporation's fault that I can't control my gambling addiction. I'm just fucking around, dude. I'm just fucking around. I wouldn't gamble. I wouldn't fucking do this if I couldn't afford it, and I don't spend that much money on it. It's really not that deep. You know what I'm saying? We do try and focus on bankroll management, though. That is something that I do try and drive home to guys. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of a thing. We do try and push bankroll management. If you're going to do it, be smart. Don't gamble more than you can afford, and grind that bankroll, boys and girls. Grind that bankroll. So there's a poll up in the chat. It'll dictate how we start to build this parlay. Who do you like, the Jets or the Cowgirls? 3 votes so far. Jets at 100. We got 9 people in the chat. If we first 5 votes, as soon as we get to 5. Best out of 5. 3 out of 5. Jets are automatically going to win by math. Boom. End poll. So we're going to go Jets. Oh, yeah. The money moved on Dallas. The Jets are now plus 100. Do we like Breece Hall to score a touchdown? I like Breece Hall to score a touchdown. I like George Pickens to score a touchdown. Do we want to add any more touchdowns to this, guys? Do we think Javonte does the touchdown thing? Does it go someplace ridiculous like Jalen Brooks or Luke Schoonmaker or Jeremy Ruckert? Does anybody know anything about this? I like the George Pickens play. I think Pickens is kind of hot. But Pickens has Sauce Gardner. Never mind. Give me Javonte Williams. All right, now what did we see down in that USA Today article? Breece Hall over 90. What did that say for us here that we were kind of high on? Breece Hall over 67.5 rushing yards versus the Cowboys. Now let's see what his overall production is. Oh, 103. Yike-a-roos. I do like that, though. Do we like the idea of Breece Hall being used heavy in passing situations, or do we just go ahead and just kind of pad out our stats by just assuming that he'll get some work heavy in the run game? This is rushing over under 70. All right, so it's 70 rushing yards on DraftKings. If it's 70 rushing yards and 103 combined, I'd rather go with the 103 than the 70. Because if he's going to be, if Vegas is predicting him to rush for 70, I think the hundreds overall 100 rushing yards is relatively attainable. So you're kind of padding and hedging your bet a little bit with the combined. You know what I'm saying? Tell you I'm in hammers 1 second. Oh, gotcha. Kind of like that. Nice, dude. Mr. Detroit City hit big on Tigers. Riley Green hit, Torres hit, and last night. I don't know baseball, man. I don't follow baseball. Oh, scuba strikes? Or scuba strikes? Gotcha. I always feel so uncomfortable doing baseball bets, dude, because I don't understand. It's the same way I feel about doing NBA bets and hockey. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. Where did the Jets get taken advantage of in the passing game, guys? Who do we like from Dallas? Or do we like this 4-leg parlay as is? Jets to win, Breece Hall to score, Javonte to score, and Breece Hall plus 103 overall production yards. Do we go after George Pickens a little bit to see what? Let's see what George Pickens' numbers is. Oof, 75. Oof. Ooh. I kind of like this Jalen Tolbert play right here, guys. How do we feel about that one? Mason hurt for the Vikings. It sucks that a guy is hurt. We don't like seeing guys get hurt, but not mad about it. I know that's a dick thing to say. What do we think, guys? Do we add one more leg? Do we go after some Dallas plays? How do we feel about either going after playing a Jalen Tolbert play of over 37.5 receiving yards, or do we go after Javonte Williams? Williams has been kind of gritty this year. I feel like though the minute I put money on Williams is the minute he's going to get hurt. So I'm not going to play more on Williams. Truth be told, I kind of like this bet, guys. Five makes 40. How are we feeling? Jets to win, Breece Hall to score, Javonte Williams to score, and Breece Hall to go over 103 productive yards of offense, plus 675. $5 wager makes us $40. If we were to add a Tolbert, Wow, that actually really pads out our stats. Why do I like this so much? Detroit City, you need that Judkins touchdown too, huh? Yeah, I've been waiting on that Judkins touchdown. I need too much, though, for that Browns parlay to hit. Too much and not enough time. What do we feel about picking on Javonte Williams? What do we know about the Jets' D? How productive have running backs been against the Jets' defense? I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like fade in the yard. I kind of like the 5-leg. I like the 5-leg. Jets to win, Hall to score, Williams to score, Breece Hall to be the workhorse, and Jalen Tolbert to go over 38 receiving yards. Oh, yeah, dude. You went with the Carson interception as well, huh? Yeah, dude. I also got that Carson Wentz interception as one of my legs, but it ain't going to hit. You know what, guys? I think we're going to lock in this 5-leg. 5 legs are pretty hard to attain. Let's be real. But I'm not mad about this right here, guys. Go ahead and lock her in. Jets to win, Breece Hall to score, Javonte Williams to score, Breece Hall to be the workhorse, and Jalen Tolbert to answer with 38 receiving yards. 5 will make a 75 plus 114 or 1,400. Lock it in. Let's go. Bets are on the table. Bets are on the table. All right, boys and girls, let's go and look at the game that we really give a fuck about. The game we're all here to talk about. Yo, Detroit Lions. I just want to see minus 575. Good Lord. Good Lord. Oh, my good Lord. You think 6 running backs to score. Taylor, Genty, Monty, Fields, Hampton, and Cook. Hampton, is he for the Chargers or does he play? Yeah, Hampton plays for the Chargers, right? You know what, dude? All right, dude. Mr. Detroit City, you for real think that's gonna happen, dude? Let's see what this one is. All right, what do we have? Taylor, Genty, Monty, and Fields. You think Fields is gonna score? See, the problem is, dude, is that if I don't do this, then I'm gonna be watching every fucking touchdown happen and be so pissed. So I'm just doing this when I'm not fucking mad. All right, who else do we have here? Taylor, Genty, Monty, Fields, Hampton, and Cook. Monty, Fields. Hampton and Cook for the Bills. Ugh, God, you're going super big legs, huh? All over the fucking night, huh? Really? You think Pickens, dude? So, this is what I'm thinking, Mr. Detroit City. I don't actually really like that Justin Fields touchdown. I'm going to go with Breece Hall. Just because I like Breece Hall and I think he has a workhorse day. I kind of like that. It's only plus... I get a 33% boost, puts it at plus 2509. Oh, don't worry, dude. We'll be building a parlay around the Lions here in a minute. I'm gonna build a Lions parlay here in a second. I kind of like this, guys. Yeah, actually, I really like this. I really like this, actually. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, Mr. Detroit City, I like this 6-leg parlay. Jonathan Taylor to score, Genty to score, David Montgomery to score, Amari and Hampton to score, James Cook to score, and Breece Hall to score. I like this, dude. Yeah, we talked about Rachaad White hitting the over on receiving yards. We're gonna kind of fade that game though. We got to get into the Lions action here. All right, plus 2509, $5 makes us 130. Lock it in. I like that one. I like that, actually. Mr. Detroit City, I'm not generally one to plays touchdown parlays, but I actually fucking like that one, dude. I like that one, actually. Didn't I already do this? I think I just did that one. Get out of here. Let's take a look at my bet, see how the Brownies are doing, the Browns game. Ain't gonna happen, fellas. We ain't gonna get there. Too much, too late in the day. Too much, too late in the game, boys. All right, where's our guy? Where's our guys at? Here we go. Here we go. Another word, Woody Mack's touchdown. Who the fuck is Woody Mack, dude? All right, here we go. Here we go. Lions. Bam. I want to go to touchdown scores. Monty, 2 touchdowns. Yeah. Rushing props. What do you think? Pretty easy peasy lemon squeezy. Little 3-leg parlay, guys. Actually, let's go ahead and push this up to $10. 3 legs, easy peasy, right out the rip. Lions to win. Monty to score 2 touchdowns, and David Montgomery over 66.5 receiving yards, rushing and receiving yards. Simple, clean, 3-leg. Bankroll management plus 358 or 385. 10 makes 48. Oh, Woody Max is taking over. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha, down in Houston. How you guys feel about this? I feel like this is a real nice 3 easy legs to go ahead and clip, you know. Obviously, the hard stretch will be Monty plus 2 touchdowns on paper, but I think we all know that's going to be pretty easy for him to hit. Lock it in. All right. Let's build us 2 more parlays, guys. Let's go ahead. Beats easy legs on Sunday mornings, am I right? Dude, preach, bro. Preach. Preach. All right, let's build a crazy legs here. Bam, bam, bam. 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 Bam, 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 bam. Jared Goff, where you at? Goff, passing yards over, under, over, please and thank you. where's dumbasses? Jake Browning, interceptions, over. Please and thank you. What has been replaced? Oh, Lions winning has been replaced. That's funny. Dude, actually, Mr. Detroit City, we are going to go with a wild touchdown later on. We are going to build a leg with the Lions winning, and we're going to do a Tesla touchdown and a Sailors touchdown just for shits and giggles. But not on this one. Not on this one. Not on this one. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet, boys. Bam. Do we take the over on Laporta catches? Laporta, over 4 catches. How do we feel, guys? Vikings fumbled, Browns recovered. No shit. Damn, yo. How do we feel about Laporta catches, guys? We're going to kind of fade. Well, we might throw Amon-Ra on there. You wouldn't go Laporta catches? I was looking at that number, that plus 124. I'm not really wild on it either, dude. Just because I think he's going to have a little bit of a downtick. What do we feel about Monty? Does Monty get 2 catches, guys? Mr. Troy City says yes. I think so too. I think that's I really think David Montgomery is a sneaky, sneaky leverage play here, guys. I know that's some weird DFS shit kicking in, but yeah. How do we feel about this 8-leg parlay, guys? Oh yeah. Oh, 9-leg parlay, guys. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Monty's going to cook, dude. Monty's going to fucking go bananas, yo. Is there enough room for me to hammer this Monty? Oh, 10 legs. 10 legs, and I'm going to shake my stanky leg. How do we feel? Monty, 2 catches sounds good. Dump-off's been while eating the... Brent. Are you in my head? I know there's enough room up here, but are you in my head? All right, guys, let's run down this 10-leg crazy leg. 10-leg Lions parlay. Gibbs to score. Monty to score. J-Mo to score. Goff to throw for 240 yards. Jake Browning to throw an interception. J-Mo to go over 52 receiving yards. Monty to have more than 2 catches. Amon-Ra over 50 yards. Hutch to get a sack. And David Montgomery over 66.5 rushing and receiving yards. The only thing I would bounce off of is Jared Goff. Because I question it, we're going to pull, or I'm pulling it. I questioned it, so I'm pulling it. It doesn't dip my odds that much. Plus 12,000, $5 makes 605. Talk me out of it. Talk me off the ledge, guys. Talk me off of it. Talk me off of it. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong somewhere. Yeah, I kind of like this. I'm gonna lock it in. If you all can't talk me off the ledge, I'm gonna lock it in. I'm getting antsy in my pantsy. We're locking it. Locking it. Oh, we locked it in. All right, guys. Let's get goofy with it. Yes. Yes, I'm doing it. Oh, he got handsy last night, huh? Yeah, dude, it's those last night. Them late night bets, dude. What do you guys think of this? Am I fucking nuts? Gibbs to score, Monty to score twice, Tesla to score, and Jacob Sailors to score. Is Jacob Sailors taking it a step too far, guys? Is Sailors a step too far? You don't like his personality, or you don't like him personally? You don't like him personally? See, and I root for him because he's a UFL guy. I kind of like his downfield kind of grittiness. And I think, like, okay, so this is where I'm at. Obviously, we like Sonic and Knuckles, and we like Knuckles to go bananas. I think Tesla has a better chance of scoring across the whole game. And I just feel that if we're going to wrap the game up and have it put away, that Sailors could poach a garbage time touchdown. You don't want him on the roster, not talented enough? Well, I mean, he's not fucking Jahmyr Gibbs, but by the lack of ability to return kicks for us, they want someone else returning kicks. That's fair, dude. I just like his grittiness. I think he's a more of a downhill physical runner, you know? So would you say I should take the Sailors touchdown off and put J-Mo on there? Oh, I have been saying Tesla, haven't I? Tesla. I have been saying Tesla. Shit, my bad. It's Tesla. I have been. Good catch, Brandy. That's true. He doesn't have breakaway speed like Leaf does. Yeah, but damn, that cuts me $6,000 of winnings. What about this? Ooh, what about that? I like that. Yeah, that's fair. Well, then let me split hairs with you, Mr. Detroit City. Let me give you the returner that you want on punts, the returner I want on kicks, and our defense maybe scoring a touchdown. How do we feel about a Lions defensive or special teams touchdown, huh? Uh-huh. Oh, no, I'm not going to reach with the Sailors one. I was just really high. on it. How do we feel about this 5-legger? Gibbs to score, Monty +2, Tesla to score, J-Mo to score. I got Hutch on the sack on another one. On the last leg, on the 10 leg we built. Yeah, I can't even add Hutch to these ones. That defensive touchdown leg really boosts me. Makes it almost impossible. I said Tesla again, didn't I? Damn it! I'm just gonna call him T-Bird. Jets over Dallas? Yeah, Mr. Detroit City, we built one around that too, dude. I think the Jets do get their big win. I think they do get their big win. How do we feel about this, though? Do we like the Tesla touchdown? Oh, yeah, Kyler Murray could be a sneaky touchdown with Connor down and their other guy. Did he go on IR or is he in concussion protocol? Gosh, who's their backup? I can't remember. Oh, you're good, Brandy. You're good. Yeah, I'm not too interested in bothering with those other games. I do have to go to work today, so I'm not really too worried about being able to watch the other games, guys. I gotta get wrapped up here so I can get going to work. Benson on IR. Okay. Yep, that's what I thought. Benson on IR. I thought I seen he went to. I couldn't remember if he had a concussion, it was in concussion protocol, or went on IR. I knew it was something like that. Am I reaching? I like the defensive touchdown or special teams touchdown. Obviously, Leaf could take it. This kind of tickles my football sack. On the Sailors maybe returning a kickoff for a touchdown, though Mr. Detroit City doesn't think that's going to happen, and I don't dispute it. But I think our defense could actually walk away. I'm kind of seeing a Kirby Joseph pick 6. You know what I'm saying? Oh, calling Sauce interception for the Jets win. No shit. That would be kind of poetic, wouldn't it? That'd be kind of poetic right there. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and lock in this 5-legger. We got Jahmyr Gibbs to score a touchdown, Monty to score 2 touchdowns, Isaac T-Bird to Sla to score a touchdown, J-Mo to score a touchdown, and our defense or special teams to score a touchdown. Because why not? Why not us? $5 will make us $7,500 and $5. Lock it in. Bingo, bango, bongo. That's going to be us for our bets today. I like to save a little bit of dollar reduce in my balance so that I can put some money on the Sunday night game. You know what I'm saying? If all things, don't necessarily go my way. Let's see what we got open here in the department. Damn. How are we doing? Cleveland Brown Eyes. Are they just grinding out the clock? Yeah, it looks like they're just grinding it down. Raiders have offensive injuries. Maybe smash a bet there more than Genty too. See, you know what I like about those that Genty's kind of been unlocked. At least last week, it seems Pete Carroll has seemed to let him go back to his college running style, and he seems to be unlocked. Not gonna dive too hard into the other games. Kind of like where we're at with our bets here. We got a few of them placed out here. Let's go just check out our open bets. Obviously the Browns, we're not going to clip that one. You do say the Vikings are driving though? Yeah, but I need Garrett and Wentz I need too much out of both of them right there for that to happen. Unless Garrett can get a sack on this drive, Wentz can throw an interception, they can run it down to the 1-yard line, and then Judkins can score a game-sealing touchdown. Oh, shit. I didn't think about Jake Bates. Over 6.5 points? Well, I mean, yeah, I'd take over 6.5 points. The math's there. 2 field goals and an extra point. That should be relatively easy. Vikings just missed a field goal. Good. They have the opportunity to suck. So, first bet on our main slate, guys. We have a 5-leg parlay plus 1,400 on the Jets-Cowboys game. We're going to take the Jets to win. Breece Hall to score a touchdown. Javonte Williams to score a touchdown. Breece Hall is our workhorse on the day, going over 103.5 rushing receiving yards. And then Jalen Tolbert to counter that, simply because I think George Pickens is going to get a little bit of attention from Sauce Gardner. So Jalen Tolbert over 37.5 receiving yards. Then we made a 6-leg parlay, a 6-leg silly leg parlay on touchdowns. We got Monty to score. This is a league-wide silly leg parlay, all touchdowns. Monty to score anytime touchdown. Amari and Hampton to score anytime touchdown. James Cook to score anytime touchdown. Breece Hall to score a touchdown. And Jonathan Taylor and Ashton Genty to score in the same game against one another. We have a 3-leg bankroll parlay for the Detroit Lions. The Lions beating up on the Bengals. Monty to go over 66.5 rushing and receiving yards, and to score twice. 10 will make us 48. We built a 9-leg parlay in the very same game. Jahmyr Gibbs to score, Monty to score, J-Mo to score, Jake Browning to throw an interception, J-Mo to go over 51.5 receiving yards, David Montgomery to have more than 2 catches in the game, Amon-Ra to continue on with his production of more than 50 receiving yards, Hutch to grab a sack, and David Montgomery to have over 66.5 rushing and receiving yards. That is a plus $12,000 or a plus 12,000 odds bet on our 9-leg parlay. 5 makes us $605. And then we went ahead and built us a stanky leg, got a little goofy with it, plus 150,000 odds. 5 will make us 75.05. Gibbs to score, Monty to score twice, Isaac T-Bird Tesla to score a touchdown, Jameson Williams to score a touchdown, and our Lions defense or special teams to score a touchdown. That is our stanky leg parlay, and if that wins, woo, boy howdy, that will be a nice little bit of bankroll management for us, won't it? I do appreciate Jocko, yeah, exactly, Brent. Good. The Vikings suck. They have the opportunity to continue to suck. What's up, Carrie? Hey, man, how you doing, bro? Happy Sunday to you, brother. Good to see you guys. Good to see you. That's going to be it for us, though, today, boys and girls. We talked a little bit of NFL best bets. We talked about Taylor Decker being downgraded to doubtful. We looked at some bets for the Detroit Lions and Cincinnati Bengals game, things you could take a look at. We then went ahead and built ourselves some ridiculous parlays for the day. If you're going to gamble, make sure to gamble responsibly. Don't bet more than you can afford. It's all for fun. We're just trying to make a couple dollar dues. Obviously, if the hits, hooray for me and you. If not, oh well. If ifs and buts or candies and nuts, well, then I'd be a Santa Claus. I don't know, man. It's going to be it. That's it. We're going to get going, guys. Manu against Hendrickson. Manu's going to eat Hendrickson's lunch, dude. You just hide and watch. Guys, enjoy this Sunday. Watch football, hang out with your friends, drink a beer, grill a steak, order some pizza, have a Sunday. I don't know, man. Stay out of trouble. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. We will catch you guys back here tomorrow morning. Big Victory Monday inbound to talk about all the matchups from around the league and exactly how the Detroit Lions dismantled the Cincinnati Bengals. Big win incoming. Lions are going to drop a 50 burger. I can feel it deep in my balls. Let's go, guys. I'll catch you tomorrow. I've been Hattenbeard. You've been attentive audience. Until then, bonga bonga. Frig off.